It's the night before my final chemo, so I'm sitting here about to pack my bag to go, and I think most people don't really know what you're supposed to take to it, so I thought it'd be helpful if I shared what I usually take to chemo. For starters, I would say if you have any friends or family going through chemo, buy them this bag. I think it's called the Bog bag, but it's honestly been the perfect bag for this. It's huge. If anything liquid falls in it, you can clean it out. It's just a great bag for it. It actually just became my chemo bag, so I usually just leave it in the same spot each time, but it's perfect for this. So for things to bring, I always suggest one of these type of airplane pillows. It's just more comfortable when you're in the chair, and especially if you're cold capping, I can put it above it and it makes it not kink as much. So definitely bring this if you're cold capping, and if you're not, I just think it's more comfortable because you're usually in a chair. Then for things to do while I'm there, my grandma gave me this word search, so I usually bring that because it's something to do. I always bring the book that I'm reading. I'm currently reading The Magnificent Lives of Marjorie Post. It's really good, recommend it. I bring my journal in case I feel like writing while I'm there. I bring some magazines. My friend Leah got me a subscription to People when I got sick to bring to chemo, and that's actually been really fun to read every time I'm there. So I usually bring a couple of those. I try to not read them while I'm at home so I can do it while I'm at chemo. Then I always bring my iPad. I download shows on it, but then with bringing that, I always bring my charger with it. And it's a newer iPad, so it has that special charger. And then on the topic of chargers, phone charger always. Snacks. They'll usually come in and give me a snack and a sandwich if I want, like once throughout the day, but I usually bring my own. Then I always bring my earphones. I'll either bring AirPods or these big ones when I'm watching TV or listening to podcasts. Sometimes your lips get dry from the chemo, so I bring this Vaseline chapstick. It says Vaseline Lip Therapy. That seems to work. Hand sanitizer, just because being in the hospital. Night blinders, in case I ever want to take a nap, which I usually don't even fall asleep, but it's nice to just cover your eyes because there's usually people walking in and out and it can be really bright in there. My friends got me this weighted dog after my first surgery, and it was really comfortable to like lean it on my incisions, but I just brought it with me every time I've gone to the hospital now, and I don't know, it's just comforting to have it with me. This blanket, the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition actually gave this to me when I got diagnosed. You can see it, says it on there. So I always bring that. The hospital will also give you blankets if you want them, but to me it's just comforting to have my own. Then I always make sure I have my big Stanley cup to bring. It's just really important to stay hydrated before you get there and while the chemo is going through you. That's actually already in my car, ready to go, so I don't forget it, but make sure you take that. I even bring electrolytes sometimes too to get a little bit extra hydration. That's pretty much it for if you aren't cold capping. So it's pretty full, but if you are cold capping, this is the bag that they gave me. My brand of cold capping is called Cooler Heads. Other brands, I know someone comes in and does it for you, but this one, they're able to make it more affordable. It was like $1,500 total versus some of them are that much per session, but you have to do everything yourself. So they gave me this bag. It has the directions on how to do everything. And then I can just show you a little bit about what's in here. This is the top cap that goes on. Sorry, that's the first cap that goes on. And then on top of that is this. I'll just put it on real quick to show you guys a little bit. So this one goes like that. And then this one goes over it. It's basically like a giant helmet. And then you have these that you put on it to tighten it. before you actually put the cold capping on, you have to wet your hair down completely. So they give you this to go in the bathroom, spray it all down. They give you a comb to make sure everything's pushed down, a cooler heads towel so you don't get soaking wet. And what else? I have this leave-in conditioner. My hair is usually knotty after I take it off because it's basically frozen. So definitely recommend bringing this if you're cold capping. And then one thing that is really cool, someone else who was going through chemo and cold capping, it can be really tight on this area because you have to like squish your head in, and the bands just kind of hurt. So they made these little pillows like this, and it basically just holds your head in and makes it a little more comfortable. So those are the 2 bags that I take with me. I think that's pretty much everything I take. Fingers crossed that my blood counts are back up for tomorrow to be able to get my chemo, and it's my final one. So if anyone has any questions on things they think they should take or could be a waste of time, I know so many people probably take way more than they even ever use, but sometimes it's just the comfort of knowing it's there. Let me know in the comments, but that's it.